Alright guys, getting right into this. It's last speech, so here we go. Let's make this short, sweet, in 5 minutes. So here we go. Civil War ended over 100 years ago. But these memorials of the Confederacy still remain today, predominantly in the South. Why these memorials are still here, I do not know, but here we go. They should be torn down. They do nothing but glorify the slavery of their fellow man. You know, they're your constant reminders of hate and oppression, rape, torture, murder, whatever you want to call it. These are not good things to have around. So they are not wanted or needed. In fact, they are shameful to have in public. These memorials are not symbols of, patriotism and respect or anything like that. They're symbols of repression and hate. This is what many men and women of color had to endure for over 2 centuries before they were given the right to even be free. How is that right to embody these people in statues? So, the memorials are not needed in today's society. A portion of people don't want these memorials in their neighborhoods or cities or anything. They believe they ignore the terror they actually stood for. Many of these memorials are a waste of space, time, and money. To maintain the memorials and the headstones of Confederate soldiers that are produced by the American government cost $176 per headstone, $75 to ship this headstone. From 2002 to 2013, 33,000 headstones were shipped. 60% of those, which were Confederate, cost the American government over $2 million. These headstones are guaranteed by the National Cemeteries Act, and they're actually responsible for the maintenance and upkeep of them as well. So this is a constant bill that keeps on getting flipped by the American government. And that is according to Stephen Weiss of You Won't Believe What the Government Spends on Confederate graves. Taxpayers should now pay more to maintain rebel graves and monuments than honoring those of Union soldiers. On we go. Here we go. Many view them as simply symbols of hate and oppression for blacks and other minorities. For over 200 years, slaves were brought to the United States. They were ripped from their home country. They were forced to come over here and, pick my cotton, whatever. They did manual labor. They did house labor. They did whatever type of labor that the slave owner wanted them to do. This was terrible. This is a dark time in American history. Why we still have these memorials, I don't know. The Confederate memorials honor those heroes from 1861 to 1865, but sometimes history is a little bit convoluted on what actually happened. Not everybody that you're in statues were this good, dynamic man. A lot of times they were just a racist, terrible person. That's according to Karen Cox. The whole point of the Confederate monuments is to celebrate white supremacy. The memorials do nothing but glorify racism. The monuments are not innocent remembrance, but a constant reminder of a dark past. Some believe the memorials commemorate pro-slavery and believe the leaders of the South to be supremacist white traitors. According to St. Louis Treasurer Tashara Jones, I'm sorry if I butchered that, she says the Confederates were traitors. In this country, we honor patriots. We don't honor traitors. And that is according to Aisha Condon of Confederate memorials honor racism, oppression, ultimately to honor Confederate soldiers, to honor racist principles for which they fought. You have Dylan Roof, who, if you don't know, he walked into a predominantly black church armed, and he killed 9 unarmed churchgoers simply because they were black. That was last year. 2015, sorry. That is according to North Carolina refuses to act on Confederate statues, so protesters did. This is nothing new, guys. Two sides. Both sides are very devout in their belief of, heritage. everybody else, a lot of other people believe that they are a part of. Hey, take your pick. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate this class, and God bless you all.